why we use Polyline instead of line. Here, line tool. Here, Polyline tool. Hold it there long enough, it'll actually show you what it does. So what I'm going to do now is use a line to make this square here. Shift right click and point. So that's my square made out of lines. See how each line is still an individual line? Check out what happens when I do Polyline. Polyline like this, make my square, shift right click and point, or I could do midpoint if I wanted to go to the middle, but I'm actually wanting to go to an endpoint, so go to the endpoint. Now, the difference between line and polyline, you'll see here each line is its own individual line. Here, it's all connected. Not only that, you can type in PE, PolyEdit, for additional properties of the polyline, and you can adjust it. So you can change the width. Say we want to change it to 1 foot thickness. There it is, 1 foot thickness, depending on what your scale is. You can't really do that with, you can and you can't with line. But like I said, with polyline, there's just more properties to it, and you can adjust the lines a little bit better. Not only that, say that, okay, say, let's see, I'm trying to think. Okay, here's 2 circles. I'm going to cut this up. This is just another example. So, there's that, and there's that. So, PE. When a line is not a line, it'll ask you if you actually want to turn it into a polyline. And what you want to do is obviously say, fuck yeah, give me that. So now, what I can do is, since this is now a polyline, I can join it with this one. Even though it's a line, it'll turn it into a polyline. So what happens there is, well, now it is a polyline. And what the last thing, the most important thing for me is that with a polyline, you can find the area just by typing in the area. So area, and then it'll give you these additional options, what exactly you want. I'm going to go object, and just watch what happens when I click this polyline that I made versus the line right here. I'll click this one right here. Boom, 9,000 square feet. It'll tell me the perimeter length. Same with this, watch. Area, object, boom, 11,705 square feet, perimeter of 422 linear feet. So overall, you can't do that at all with this box I made out of. It doesn't have those additional properties it can read, it can pick up. So yeah. Last demonstration, I'll make this line here. That's a polyline. Then I'll make a line here. That's a normal line. Watch what happens when I type in area, object again, hit the line. Look what it says down here. Selected object does not have an area. It's because it doesn't have those additional properties it can read. So I'm gonna do it again. Hit area. Now I hit the polyline. It'll tell me how long it is, even though it has no width, it's not a square or anything. It'll just tell me the length of it. So that is why we use polyline instead of line.